Hey guys, what up? Isaac Neji here. Yeah, been a minute. Been a busy past couple of days, but we're back at it as promised. We got our match analysis, but before we start, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Hopefully, when we get to 500 subs, we're gonna try to start doing some more giveaways online. Hopefully, I can start shipping some stuff out to you guys. I would love to give back, and if you're going to my locals, 500. We're giving away three free mats. All right. Anyways, let's get into it. I'd like to just start out here.
Stand by me.
Yeah, let's mute this. We don't need to hear volume. So first off, I want to start off by saying this hand was like super weird, right? Hang on. There. We had Pirellia. Yeah, this was super awkward hand. We had Pirellia. Gosh, why am I putting the name of them? 2 Abyss Pike, 1 Tactics, and a Minstrel. God, this was like awful. Now, I will say the line here that I should have done is I should have had Coelacanth in, and then I would have been somewhat playable. But I didn't have Coelacanth in, so like this hand is literally unplayable, right? Like even if I add Abyss Shrine off of this, which I end up doing, it's not getting me anything, right? So like I end up Coelacanth and maybe try to mill, which is what I end up doing. But I'm trying to essentially bait and Ash here. So like I send that, I look at his hand, I see he doesn't have any hand traps. I'm like, okay, I can't do anything here. So this hand was kind of just dead from the start. Now this list was adjusted. I have adjusted it a little bit to kind of account for these types of hands, which aren't exactly great. So, this is the only time I had really truly bricked during this locals. So you can see I added the Abyss Shrine. I send the Abyss Shrine. It's really the only play. I could have sent or kept the other Mermail on hand and like had another body on board, but at that point it wasn't really making a huge difference. So at this point I'm trying to figure out, oh no, like what the hell else am I supposed to send here, right? So I send Coelacanth, or special summon Coelacanth effect, special on my level 4 fish, which I think in hindsight to take care of that issue, to unbrick that, I might play 4 fish. We'll see how much of a brick it is, but like, yeah, see here I'm trying to like Minstrel search, and I didn't rip anything for any sort of combo, so I just scoop here. It was really kind of just a dead hand, so just unfortunate there. But here is much better, so let's see if we can find what I start out here with. Yeah, so I've got Abyssteus, I've got Neptibus, I got Dragoons and Minstrel, and it looks like a Purge, I think. Yeah, I got a Purge. So pretty solid hand. So I start out, I just go Minstrel, Dragoons. I'm like, okay, I got this. Like, wrap it up, like we're good here. We're chilling. So, I ripped his Droll because that's just actually insane. Like going Minstrel, Dragoons, rip Droll. It's just insanely good. And that's why I played it too, mind you. That's why I still main deck Minstrel too because of that reason. Because Droll is getting more and more popular. So no, I'm just doing water things, right? So, I pitch that. I go for the Abyssteus. This is like standard combo. I don't really know like what to add off the Dragoons there, so I've been adding the Poseidra because I know I have to get it in grave for the interaction follow-up next turn. So that's why I've usually been picking up Poseidra there. But if you guys know another spot to... or another Sea Serpent to search off of that. Like Gun, I've been thinking about. Gun has been in consideration. And this deck has been playing extremely well, but like Gun, I don't know. Gun feels like why add another brick, I don't know. So, or not brick, but like a non-starter. Yeah, so I'm doing Bahamut Shark things. You catch the Dragoons. And he's just like, yeah, that's a wrap. He sees the vision, so... that's a hand rip for 4, plus like 383 negates, 2 interruptions. So it's over there. So we're taking our time siding for game 3 here. And he goes first. I'm going to be honest. I was really shocked at why, like, his choice of play here. Because I Pirelli draw phase. And, like my hand's just insane right now, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I have, like, Abyss Shrine, Shadow Squad. I think I have, like, Imperm or Impulse. So, like, and I think that's Teus, I think. Yeah, my hand was just nutty, right? So, like, I draw off his first special summon from Fenrir. I draw into a Pirelli, and I chain another Pirelli. And it gets Spright. That just ruins his deck, right? So, at this point, I'm not quite sure why he didn't just, like, make a Toad or something and pass. So I'm, like, drawing again here. So he's, like, sending and specialing 2 from deck. Right, so I draw another one. Did I draw 2 there? Yo, was I low-key cheating, though? Let's see. Yo, I was low-key cheating. What the hell? I actually drew 2 off that. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. I'm dumb. Yeah, I double Pirelli'd him. That's why. That's why. Yeah, no. Whew! That was a close one. Yeah, so I'm getting double draws at this point. Like, even, like, he puts out 2 from deck. He or she just sit on it, right? But I'm already at, like, 6 cards, so he's probably figuring might as well just go for it. And, I mean, like, he loses to Nib on that summon anyways, so I don't know. He probably just saying better have it at this point. I mean, I'm drawing a hella. I sided in, like, Ultimate Slayer, which I already drew into here. I got Imperm. That's what it was. It was Imperm. Like this is ridiculous. Like, I think this is where the drawing cards really come in handy for this deck, is because if you're going against your opponent and you see, you know, like, double Pirelli or even one Pirelli, one Frulos, like, it impacts your opponent's play in a way that they have to end on, like, minimum interruption, which gives you a fighting chance going second. I think that's where Yu-Gi-Oh's design is going really in this point in time, is they want to give going second, especially for, like, game 1s. They want to give you more of a chance going first. So they want you to main deck these cards. Not necessarily all the hand traps, but for this deck in particular, I think it's very good. So let's see. He ended on... So what did he end on? Jet, which I thought was, like, a spell trap negate. I guess he had something else. So he has, like, the Sprint, which I think is the attach. He's got a Toad. He's got this, which is basically just gives him 2 Omnis, a Fenrir interaction. So all in all, not awful, but definitely not ideal. Yeah, so he ends on that. Gigantic. I think he specials the Carrot out, yeah. So he goes Carrot. Set 2 pass. So I'm like, okay, Ultimate Slayer send Toad, which is funny, but hindsight, maybe should have just set another XZ, like one I wasn't playing and reusing, like Virtue Stream, the Virtue Dragon or something. But, like, it's fine. I was thinking in my head here, I was like, okay, I send Toad, regardless when it gets sent, even if it misses timing here, like if he steals the trap. After I out Gigantic, I'm going to get the effect to search or add back from grave. So, like, I'm sending Toad here. There is almost no way I'm not getting follow up, or at least, you know, Neptibus and, like, Abyss Shrine. So I'm having interaction next turn if I don't OTK him here. So, you know, I'm like forcing the interaction here. He can't Toad negate it. Like, Toad's getting shuffled back regardless. So he's gotta do something here. So I go Toad effect. And I go Impulse. Which I'm trying to think what he was doing. He was trying to, like, attach it, I think. So then he goes, like, red negate, which I'm like, okay, that's interesting. He really wanted that to resolve. But, like, I thought he was summoning it back, which is why I was, like, trying to impulse it. But I guess he attached it. I think he can only summon it back if it's his graveyard, I think. That's why I was impulsing it. I got to read his card better, but yeah. He apparently thought it was very important for me to not get the Toad back in the extra deck. So I just imperm the Fenrir. I'm like, okay, he's out of interactions at this point, and I have like what 7 cards in hand. It's kind of nutty. Yep. So I just go Abyss Shrine, send Shadow Squad. You know, at this point, I'm just thinking like, okay, I've got him. I just need to execute removal. I think he's just got that one unknown back row. So I believe I ended up targeting that back row to force out interaction. I think. No, I targeted the Gigantic because I didn't want him to attach. That's why. I think. He may have impermed it. He may have been holding an imperm for it. Yeah, that's right. He had an imperm for it. That's right. So he impermed this. He bounced it with Sprint. I think is what happened. Like he went like Sprint Chainlink 2 and then like imperm Chainlink 3. So then I just go new chain effect pop and then I go toad effect. Add back this, which is just so good. This is chef's kiss, guys. Masterclass. I'm not trying to hype myself up here too much. Okay, I'm just saying, like if you have this interaction set up like with Toad, getting sent to grave and having like this chain link here, like sending the I can't even think of the name right now. The attack squad. Oh, so good, so good. And then I just more interaction because that's not what's per turn. So now I'm going like chain link 1, chain link 2. Oh, sorry, I already used the chain link, but I'm just like, okay. More removal. I'm going to pop this. And you already know we're trying to get it nice and clean, right? We're trying to get it really, really clean. So, yeah, we're just like looking at his hand to make sure it's not a nib. He's got nothing. He got nothing in hand. We are completely just annihilating his board in hand right now. You know, we're going Abyss Megalo. A Miss Megalo set. And, you know, it's kind of win more at this point because I know I've got him. So I'm just making a rank 7. The Poseidra to bounce everything. And then go boop, boop, boop for game. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter here. I could have not gone a Megalo, but I'm just like, okay, effect special doesn't matter here. I'm like, okay, I don't really care. Just a 4 in case I need to overlay. I'm just like saucing at this point. Like I don't need to do all this shit. I'm just doing it because I for the hell of it. Yeah, and then I just smack Poseidra on there. And I'm just like, okay, let's just go. Effect, send, bounce all 3. He's like, yeah, you got it. So. That's it, guys. That was that probably was the epitome of what Mermail Atlantean is right now. Like, you have one game where it's almost unplayable. You have another game where you go first and you basically win turn 0 for hand ripping for like 3 to 4. And then game 3 is like you draw cards that help you break the board. And sometimes OTK, sometimes just play for the next turn. But yeah, that was, I think, what's the epitome of what Mermail is right now. The next video will be a little less, like, I don't know, gloaty about Mermail. So let's get to the next deck profile. You'll watch it in the next video in my channel. So that'll be it for this video. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Shinobi out.